Hello and welcome back to Endless Legend. I'm back again playing as the long-eared elves, and today I'm back in the forest, but this time I managed to escape from the evil fairy and I found a nice little house in the middle of the forest, and wouldn't you know it, it's actually made out of chocolate. That's so nice. Isn't that nice? And it also had like a really nice grandma inside of it that promised me a bunch of, sweets as well, M&Ms and Smarties, so yeah, that's really nice. Leave a comment down below if you would like to join me in the nice house in the middle of the woods made out of chocolate. Okay, so I have to admit that it has been a while since I actually talked about stuff relating to video games and things like that, and I would just like to talk about it right now because, I've been gone for over a month in November, and a lot of stuff has happened. Concord released their own Amazon Prime series, which was really interesting, and then there was obviously the whole thing relating to Dragon Age Velguard releasing, and as it turns out, it looks like the initial trailers were in fact correct, and that the gameplay that the game reviewers got to play, was in fact a one-off type of. Basically, the gameplay that the game reviewers saw was basically the only stories in the game that were actually grimdark in any sort of way, and there was nothing else to it because everything else was kind of very generic in terms of storyline, in terms of how the characters talk. There wasn't a lot of depth in that. An Oaken emerges, breaking through the crust. The ancient Oaken beast's roar echoes across the lands. Where will it burrow next, and will it be a danger or a boon for your empire? Oaken characteristics. Untamed Okens move between neutral regions they control every once in a while, spawning roaming armies of lice every so often. Okens can be tamed either by combat or by feeding them with specific luxury resources. Once tamed, they grant the luxury and strategic resources of the region they control, can be relocated or can switch into their army form. The Oaken training screen, accessible from the Oaken on the map, also gives access to new powers to unlock. That's really cool. Where are these Okens? Oh, this is it. So I wonder how I negotiate with the great Oaken beasts, because I would definitely like to have this one. So it gives me quite a few stuff over here. I'm assuming that has to be in the diplomacy tab. So where is my diplomacy tab? So that's the hero. Oh, he's fine now. Okay, I'll get him later. I need the diplomacy tab right now, wherever that was. But what's this? It looks like that's not the case. Oh, I can actually, here we go. So these luxury resources, show location. Okay, cool. And what can I do? So these are the costs, okay, right then. And what about my own resources? Looks like I don't actually have anything to offer to the Oaken beasts, because I don't have the resources that they want. Okay, that's really interesting. And I also don't really have an army that's strong enough to get rid of them. So I guess that we are kind of in a bit of a dilemma. This guy's fine. So assign to army. Can I not assign it over here? Okay, right then. Well, I'll try to figure this out. I guess I can talk about some stuff regarding the game came out, and for Dragon Age Velguard, there were a lot of issues regarding the way the story was made. Like the whole, gender and pronouns in the game weren't even like the number one problem in the game. It was just really bad, and it was not fun whatsoever. Okay, right, I don't know what's happening over here, but anyway, I'm gonna just pass the turn after I get my diplomacy screen done, because I have over here, I forgot that I could do this, but I basically have these minor faction available because I defeated the Hydra plant things. I can now basically hire them as my own people, and there we go. Now I got a new infantry as well as a bonus from pacified villagers on units, so yeah, that's really cool. And now I can also recruit them if I want to. So over here in the recruit tab, there we go. I got some vine snakes that I could get myself. It's going to take a while for us to get them, but anyway, I'm going to end turn on here. And while I was talking about video games, I also wanted to talk about Concord's Amazon Prime show, and that's because the Amazon Prime show showed completely different characters from what was available. Which, it's kind of like, there we go, I finally merged the army, there we go. I guess I just didn't have enough movement space, that's why I couldn't do it, and that's why I was so confused. But anyway, the Amazon Prime show, it just showed completely different characters. That's characters that somebody had to pay money to design and to, give abilities to, so that, it's very awkward, I'm not going to lie. The fact that Concord was so far ahead in its planning, and that they basically were planning almost everything in regards to those brand new characters that didn't make it into the game because the game lasted like a month at most. And yeah, it's just kind of crazy that Concord was so far ahead that they even were able to make a brand new Amazon show out of it. Yeah, that's very crazy indeed. We've got some spider people over here. Just so many enemies. These guys got multiple armies. I just don't have any ways to deal with them. So yeah, I guess that I'm basically going to have to do something else. So I tried fighting them. So how about I just try talking to them instead? Is that an option? Can I talk to these guys? No, I cannot. I cannot talk to these guys. Okay, that's a bit unfortunate. But I am just going to try to avoid them instead. Because I got this over here. And there we go. Now I can search this and I can collect my dust from this site. That's very nice. And then I can complete the quest, which is 15 spices, which is also quite nice. Spices, pretty sure they go towards influence, so that's quite good. So yeah, dismiss that. It is time to explore and learn. Search ancient sites for whatever treasures or knowledge they may contain. You marvel at the works of the ancients, and you fear them. Your mind turns to thoughts of defense. So that was very nice. And now quest 2 added, new foundations. Time to experience, bring knowledge, though new knowledge is not always welcome. Your dream of a great new tower to the stars, a symbol to Gala, has been put off by strikes and riots at the building site. Achak Adahi, who leads the Sokwa, claims your dreams are foolish sacrilege. He and many others continue to insist on the old ways. There are those, however, who have seen what you have seen and question the old ways as you do. You must explore, go farther, learn more. You convince them to look beyond the forest, to seek new ways. It is time to explore farther and find new allies or new slaves for the cities you see in your visions. In a region that belongs to your empire, pacify at least one village of a minor faction, then assimilate them. That's a bit late, isn't it? I already did that. Your empire must grow and you must have help to do this. Make contact with a neighbouring minor faction and assimilate them into your empire peacefully or forcibly. I already did that, but it looks like I'm going to have to do it again. We'll see how this goes. The problem is this faction has got 2 armies, one here, and then they got the military over here. So that's why it's kind of scary, and why I don't really want to do too much. Your empire must grow, and you must do with the help to do this. Make contact with a neighbouring minor faction and assimilate them into your empire, peacefully or forcibly. So this is already what I did. And then quest 3 added post and beam. There are always those who refuse to accept reality. Achak and his followers are twisting their words in philosophical knots, trying to find some explanation for the things the patrols have discovered. The facts are clear. We are not alone, and we were not the first. One day the disagreements could turn violent. Truth seekers, Genoa is not the only one who warns you of this. From these other peoples, you have heard other tales and new histories. Many of these myths and legends contain seeds of a similar story, a story that ends in tragedy. The farther you go and the further you study, the grimmer and more perplexing the truths become. In one way, Achak and the Sokwa are right. Your people remain small and weak compared to the vastness of Uriga. Your empire must be secured and your armies developed. No great construction can take place unless your realm is secure. The sharing, while dangerous, gives you a great advantage when scouting. It is time to exploit that advantage. Search the unspoiled ruins with a Wild Walker hero and minimum 4 rangers and 2 minor faction units. That's really going to take a while, isn't it? You have certainly learned this. Uriga is dangerous. Develop your military by selecting a hero and building a worthy army. Test the hero and their army in battle and secure peace in your region. And we get a bunch of spices for this. Oh man, they're attacking me again. I can actually retreat for them, so let's try this. I decided to attack me again. Okay, oh no, that was the damage that we took from retreating. Now I'm going to walk out of their territory because it's getting a bit too dangerous for my liking. That's what I'm going to do. And yeah, we have this faction over here. I wonder what do they have. I'm basically, yeah, I don't have enough units to actually continue on with that. So I'm just going to have to wait for a bit. Die extraction. I'm going to get this done. 9 turns. Oh no, it's only 1 turn now. Cool. And then 4 turns for the Erycis village, which should be nice. It should offer us some more food. Hopefully get some people off of here. Maybe some more, I guess, population. Although, from what I've seen, if you increase food growth, then you increase the population growth, and then you get more people. So we'll see how well this goes, won't we? Technically, I will be broke without this. Completely, yeah, I'll be broke a lot sooner without making any money. So we'll see how well this goes, won't we? Could drop this guy. Well, that won't be enough. I could do something like this. There you go. And that way I can survive one turn, but get one population faster. And that's the plan. Now, what else did I have to talk about? So I've seen this AI video of like Trailer Park Game of Thrones, and it was quite interesting to say the least. Where like the dragons were the gators and things like that. So that was really fun. A bit of a joke, but it was definitely quite good, wasn't it? In my opinion, the Trailer Park Game of Thrones. These guys, they're really not healing out there. I'm assuming that they can only heal in our own forests. So stuff has been really interesting with the AI videos, like those gym workout AI videos where you have like World of Warcraft characters and they're just working out in the gym. All the Asmongold stuff, where he's like being AI edited and things like that. The AI edit of Asmongold going to the gym, really interesting and really fun. Put these guys. I don't need that many. I just need a few, just to not be making a loss, I guess. This doesn't really affect the growth, does it? No, it does not. Do something like this, or it does actually affect it. I don't know. I have to kind of equal out these because I need both the construction and I need the money as well. Otherwise, I'm going to go broke. So this seems about right. I really hope that my guys will start replenishing sometime soon because I'm going to go broke if they don't start replenishing sometime soon. And yeah, these Hydras, they're a good frontline infantry. They have a lot of health. They have a lot of defense and attack. But problem is obviously the fact that I'm broke, so I can't afford them, and they take a lot of construction. And I guess that my own archers deal more damage from range, even if their life force is a lot lower, and they get one hit by most demon units that are over here. So we'll see how well this goes. Maybe I can sometime later find a use for the Hydras eventually. I do need 2 of them, don't I? So I might as well two Hydra units and 2 of my own archers. So we'll see how well this goes, won't we? I really hope these guys have healed up, and I'm pretty sure they have healed up slightly, so that's really nice. So I don't know about the legality of using AI videos in such a manner. So yeah, it looks like we completed quest 2 just by default. So and then we have to have 4 ranged units and 2 minor faction units. So yeah, that's going to be really difficult and a long way away, but we'll see how well that goes. So yeah, I don't know about the legality of AI videos because especially it's infringing on people's copyrights. The AI is already dubious because it kind of steals artists' work because to make the AI you have to use training data. So a lot of people on YouTube were already quite angry about all these transcription AIs because a lot of YouTube videos where you have to put in how it auto-generates subtitles for videos. A lot of that was built off of videos with already created subtitles, which were then later processed through AI in order to let the AI make their own subtitles for the people that don't want to use AI, that want to use AI subtitles because they can't be bothered to make their own subtitles. So there are benefits to using AI in that sense, but it costs basically using the AI from people that might not necessarily have wanted their subtitles to be used for AI, and those people definitely didn't get any sort of feedback or monetary compensation from the basically stuff being used by AI to make these AI subtitles. So no, I don't know how to feel about that, but that is just how it is at this point, and there is really little to do about it. I really do need to. Which one is this? Burrows. I feel like I do need to get burrows because this increases practically everything that I have and only costs construction. So yeah, that seems about right. And then we have all the tile costs and what they give us. I feel like this is really good because it's going to give us a lot of food. Although this gives us magic as well. It's really nice. Do I want to just go for magic? Is it really all that useful for me? I feel like getting food and money is more useful. But this also gives, this also gives construction, so it just makes sense that I get a burrow, getting me these 6 construction over here. That'll be really nice. And then I can, where's the burrows? I'm going to move the burrows in front of everything because I feel like that's, can I actually move it in front? Yeah, I can. It's just going to have to be a really slow process of moving it in front because for some reason it doesn't scroll up while you move it in front, so that's just how it's going to be. So yeah, I should have probably done the burrows first, shouldn't I have? And I should have probably settled the city inside of the magical forest because then it would have given me 2 construction per magical forest tile rather than the normal forest tile. But here we are. And this is just how things are going. I'm just going to turn here and then we can move on. And while I'm talking about AI, there was a bit of a strike against generative AI. And the people that were supposed to use generative AI as a tool in order to give feedback on it, they actually had a strike on that, and basically generative AI had to issue a letter to their shareholders saying that everything is fine, don't worry about it, because basically the people that they were supposed to be like giving them feedback on their work were rather upset by generative AI, and because it was using artists' work without any sort of monetary compensation, they just went on strike and they made like a post on the internet about it. And it's a bit difficult because now generative AI doesn't know who's on their side and who's not, and who's it's just basically causing a bunch of chaos for generative AI. So that's what's happening with generative AI, and it's just really a mess in general. Fomorians encountered. Strange and stranger, this fortress, complex in the open sea, must be the work of the ancient occupants of the planet. Yet they are no longer present. The fortress is manned by a strange species of creature. Will you talk or attack? Fortress is composed of one citadel surrounded by one or several facilities. The content of the facilities will be revealed depending on the most advanced empire's era. That's really interesting. So that's something off our shores. That's something that I don't really care about. I'm going to attack them, since discussion is not an option. They're the riders. They have a lot of health, but their attack is kind of weak, so we'll see how we can do this. I can manual and defensive. There we go, that's the strategy here. I don't want to be advancing towards them. You have encountered a new minor faction, the Haunts. An echo or ghost, effect of the ancient wars. These beings appear to be animated, remnants of ancient intelligences. Their desire and purpose is unknown. So again, they got the flying unit, they have a bunch of attack, and they got a bunch of life force, and they got a bunch of speed, which makes them quite deadly at reaching my archers. Something I guess to keep an eye out on. Can I actually shoot these guys from here? I don't think I can I? No, I cannot. Probably because it's also the setting up phase, so that would also explain it quite obviously, wouldn't it? So I'm going to try to, I guess, just attack these guys straight off the bat, get rid of one of them, maybe get rid of two. We'll see how this goes. But yeah, before they can reach us, that's the plan. They only have, how much speed? They got 2 speed, so it should take them like 1, 2, 1, 2, so they shouldn't be reaching us this turn immediately. That's the only good thing. We'll see how this goes. Okay, right then, so yeah, there you go, they can only move 2 at a time. It's going to take them a while to reach us. But they do have range attacks. We are in a forest, so because we are, the long-eared elves, that means that we are kind of in a beneficial position, that's for sure. So it's going to make it a lot harder for the enemies to deal with us. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to launch attacks. I'm going to actually target this guy over here. I'm going to hope that this is actually enough to kill this guy with the archers. Yeah, that should definitely be enough. These guys, yeah, there's no way they mess up. No, they don't. There we go. So this is looking more favourably towards us, not going to lie. So there we go, and that's a bunch of damage being dealt to this guy already. So next turn we should just be able to delete them. And while they're attacking us from range, we're actually winning this, because we have a beneficial defensive position with our archers and with our hero, and the enemies are just standing in the open because they're just a bunch of bugs and they can't think clearly. They don't have the mental capacity to realise that they would do much better in melee, where our archers take negative effects, because they're supposed to be like ranged characters, and obviously they wouldn't do well in melee. Again, the hero is being fired off by these bugs, but because he's in a forest, he's in a defensive position, and that's just making it really difficult for the bugs to deal with him. And now we're just going to focus fire. With the hero, we're going to attack the bug in the forest, and with everyone else, we're going to attack the remaining unit that we haven't yet had the opportunity to attack, which is in the open, the bug in the open. Now, funnily enough, the bug in the open does take less damage than the bug in the forest, so that's really interesting, I guess. But this is, yeah, there's 0 damage again to our hero because he's in the forest, and the enemies have a bunch of really difficult attack rolls or hit rolls to make on us, and they're just not succeeding at doing that. The enemies do have 130 health per bug model, so our archers are taking their sweet time trying to get through. And wow, this guy is left on. He's left on barely any health, isn't he? So he's left on 3 health. Wow, so yeah, because of the attack order, we are going to kill him straight away before he gets the chance to attack us. But yeah, that was very lucky for him that he was just there on 3 health. that was definitely interesting. So that was quite a close victory and very sound, because we used the terrain to our advantage. Cool. And then we can also influence. So let me go into the influence screen. I actually can't afford another minor faction, so I actually can't afford that. So yeah, that is really interesting. What can I simulate? 3 per cities. Yeah, I can go 3 dust per cities, or I can 20 unit cost reduction on cities. I could go for a lot of stuff and it'll only cost me 20 influence points. That does seem like a really nice decision. I can do this, and then I can do income from cities. It costs 20 influence points, but for some reason I can't expend it. The influence cost of your empire plan. The current settings, each new city will increase the cost per tier. So let me do this. Can I actually do this? Why isn't it letting me? Why isn't it letting me? So, yeah, okay. Luxury resources. Yeah, I can build luxury resources. Yes, let's build that. That would explain why we weren't getting any luxury resources, because I did, in fact, not click on it. I thought there was kind of like a construction bar, but I could be wrong. I think it's more like a thinking bar than anything else. So let's move these guys down. Our hero did take some damage. It's probably going to take him a while to heal up, but we'll see how well that works, won't we? And I have this little city over here, which gives us some additional construction, and then obviously is Erycis, so it gives us FC's unit production cost reduction from Erycis. So yeah, that's really nice. It just straight up gives us cheaper hydras, which is, as always, very nice. I like cheaper things, that's for sure. Reduction on costs, very nice indeed. Then what else have I got? And I can enter in here. So I was also thinking about upgrading my GPU, because my GPU is quite old, but I'm not sure, because my CPU was recently upgraded. I upgraded that in order to make my editing faster, but I don't know if there's enough space in my computer for the new GPU. I did some quick ruler measurements, and I don't think that there is any space. So yeah, it definitely has, the case has enough space, but the problem is the fact that the layout of the motherboard is making it rather difficult to upgrade the GPU. So that's my only problem over there. Let me check the hero's health. So the hero's slowly healing, but is he healing fast enough? That's the real question that I want to ask. This is another one of their villages over here, from these insect-like people. Looks like we can again get them into attacking us from ranged, where we can hide in the forest and just take advantage of them not being able to think, I guess, if that's the plan. I'm going to enter in here, and then I guess next episode will be continuing on from where we left off this episode and attacking this village of the minor faction Seratan, the insect people. Wow, there's actually 2 armies coming towards us over here. That's a bit worrying, I'm not gonna lie, but we'll see. I have high hopes. In the next episode, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.